grew up in Rock Island. My mom and dad worked hard, but my dad, he sold weed. So they always had a lot of friends over playing cards on the weekends. So I was kind of around smoking pot and drinking beers on the weekends. That was kind of the normal. In August, right before 7th grade year, I met my very first boyfriend. We'd go up to Black Hawk Park and hang out all the time. We were out there, so it was a week before my birthday. And we were out there waiting. A boat came by and took us both out. And I didn't know Shannon couldn't swim. Instantly, I realized he was drowning, and I tried to save him, but he was drowning me too. And I swam away, and I just froze. That changed my life. I watched him drown in front of my face. I don't think an 11-year-old is supposed to see someone die in front of their face. My first time I ever tried anything was I was 14, and I tried smoking pot. I got into my parents' stuff. It really was the gateway drug for me. As I got older, you know, I just drank more. And I started doing more drugs. Drinking led to trying coke and trying acid. I went to Florida on spring break with my friend and her boyfriend to stay with her grandma down there. All of a sudden something happened, and that's when my neuromuscular disease hit me. It just changed everything about me. That was probably the second thing that started my spiral with drinking and drugging. I didn't feel joy anymore. It brought on a super depression, because even when someone would tell a funny joke, instantly I'd go to smile and my face would just become distorted. And so it sucks the joy out of life. I was working as a nurse, and I knew somebody that was getting rid of pain pills. So I got a hookup on selling pain pills for her, and it started off with me just selling them and making the money. Well, I started taking them when I was sick, and they started giving me energy. So that turned into me taking them more than selling them. And then I decided to tell my neurologist that they were helping me, and I got a script from my neurologist. I just kept taking them and taking them and taking them. And so that spiraled into a 7-year pain pill addiction. At that time, Dan, the kids' dad, kind of caught wind of I was losing a lot of weight, what's going on, you know. And plus my ex reached out to him and told him that I was smoking meth, and Dan went and got an order of protection against me and took the kids. Throughout my addiction, I've always kept trying to get clean and kept trying and doing this, but it just always led back to me starting up again. So I knew I needed inpatient, and I went for an evaluation for the 4th time to Riverside, but I knew that I was at my, I was on the last straw. I did 21 days. While I was in there, I met a woman that had told me about 180, and as soon as I heard about 180, I knew that while I was in inpatient that I didn't have anywhere to go. I heard your guys' purpose, and it's like, that's for me. What I love about 180 is most of the people that work here have made it through the program, and they've done it. So I know that I can do it. I knew I could do it, and I did it. I graduated January 26th, and by the time I graduated, I was already living in stability, and I was working. God put a calling on my life that once I said yes and surrendered just all of that to Him, all of that pain, and said I can't take it anymore, I can't fix it on my own, and you guys gave me the opportunity to do that. I got my 2 older children back. I'd gotten the support to help me relinquish my rights to my 2 youngest, because It wasn't a fight, that they've been with those parents since they were born, and it had been 3 years. I am not scared of my future like I used to be. I plan on continuing, and I have my nursing license back again. I renewed it while I was in 180. Me and my fiance, I'm engaged now.
I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Alexis Santiago.
We're fixing our credit, saving for a home, and the kids are just so much happier now. I'm teaching my children about Jesus. I'm able to, you guys have hired me on as the cleaning crew supervisor. Everything that I was given in the program, I'm able to give back now, and it's beautiful.